moving right along, our Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, has told the governor of Oklahoma, in a manner of speaking, to sit down, shut the fuck up, because the governor of Oklahoma, a Christian fascist, said that his state's National Guard members were exempt from the Pentagon's COVID-19 vaccine mandate. Now, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind, because what we are arguing here, or what is being argued, is who has control of a fully trained military force. Does the state control it, or does the federal government control it? If the state has ultimate, and the governor of Oklahoma, what's his name? Kevin Stitt. If the governor of Oklahoma is the supreme allied commander of troops, National Guard troops, and if he feels, and apparently this crazy son of a bitch feels this way, if he feels that there is a certain use he wants to put this force to accomplish, a certain task, then the federal government will have nothing to say about it. And if that task is, resisting federal law or protecting traitorous scum, this is right on the verge of a kind of insurrection that I think the media, national news media, are not paying close enough attention to. Secretary Austin said that the vaccine mandate is a lawful order that promotes, quote, the health, safety, and readiness of our military personnel regardless of duty status, end quote. And the letter added that National Guard members in Oklahoma, or any state for that matter, who don't get vaccinated could be banned from what Secretary Austin very diplomatically called, quote, participation in drills and training conducted, end quote. And he added that their status, these troops' status in the service, could be jeopardized, which means terminated. This is very dangerous stuff. This is something now, we didn't need this, did we? But another Christian fascist governor, and this is about a vaccine mandate. This is about telling the troops, hey, listen, we want you to be protected. And then you have this Christian fascist son of a bitch Stitt, who doesn't appear ready to back down. As a matter of fact, in response to what Secretary Austin said in the letter to the governor, a spokesman for the governor said the governor, quote, appreciates the letter, but maintains his position that the governor is commander-in-chief for all members of the Oklahoma National Guard while they are on state orders. Now, I'm not sure what that last part means, state orders. If you remember back in November, well, this is still November. Well, it's not tomorrow, Mike. In early November, the Republican, the Christian fascist governor of Oklahoma, sent a letter to Secretary Austin asking him to suspend the vaccine requirements for the Oklahoma National Guard. The Christian fascist governor said the mandate, quote, violates the personal freedoms, end quote, of Guard members. And this jack-off Republican Christian fascist governor had the temerity to say that Secretary Austin's order requires members of the Oklahoma National Guard to, quote, sacrifice their personal beliefs, end quote. Oh, perish the fucking thought, Mr. Christian fascist governor. Once you join the military, you are not entitled to personal beliefs. You are entitled to follow the chain of fucking command. Oh, boy. Now, rightfully so, Secretary Austin rejected the bullshit coming out of the governor's mouth. Secretary Austin said, quote, "The concerns raised in your letter, Governor, do not negate the need for this important military readiness requirement," end quote. So here we go. The argument that this fascist Christian governor of Oklahoma has now put the country into about the vaccine requirement is going to lead to a dispute, watch it wind up before the fucking Supreme Court, about the limits of the federal government's authority and the military chain of command. This is what the Christian fascists are doing in every single goddamn area of life in this country. Everything. Education, politics, the arts, economics, and now the military. They are trying to destroy. When you destroy the chain of command, you no longer have a military force on which you can rely, which is what the Christian fascists are depending on. We are not paying enough attention to this shit, truth seekers. We are not paying close enough attention to what these Christian demons are doing and the risk to which it's putting this country. We're not paying attention. This shit is going on all over the place, in school boards, in states. On the federal level, you have crazy fuckers like Boebert and Green and Hawley and McCarthy and the rest of these people. And then you have shit like this going on. We're not giving this the serious attention that it desperately demands. This country is under attack. We're under attack. The fascist Christian governor of Oklahoma ordered the newly appointed head of the Oklahoma National Guard, Brigadier General Thomas Mancino, not to enforce the vaccine mandate. Mancino, who acknowledged it, put him in an awkward situation, said that under state orders, his commander is the governor. But he also said that if the Guard were called up under federal orders, called Title 10, apparently, he would enforce the vaccine requirement. Yes, I'm back. All right. So the Christian fascist governor, Stitt of Oklahoma, is ordering the troops of the National Guard within that state to disobey the Secretary of Defense's order that everybody get vaccinated against COVID-19. Now, a defense official, according to what I have here, a defense official, Defense Department official, that would be on the federal level, who briefed reporters on this issue, said that members of a National Guard unit, even when it's under state orders, that is, it hasn't been called up by the federal government. That's called Title 32, apparently. But even if they're still under state orders, they're still required to meet federal mission requirements, including medical requirements like a vaccine mandate. Now, this doesn't mean shit to the Christian fascists. They don't care about the law. They don't care about the rules. They don't care about the safety of the country or governing the country. These crazy son of a bitches only care about one thing. Their fucked up religious beliefs. That's it. That's it. And all the poison that goes with their religious beliefs. And that's what this is about, too. Now, the Secretary of Defense has made it clear that National Guard members who refuse to get vaccinated risk losing their status in the National Guard and the federal pay that comes as part of training and drills and more, and whatever claim to patriotism that they think joining the National Guard, and it does, bestows upon them, because a Christian fascist governor is telling them not to obey a lawful order from the Secretary of Defense. Unfucking real. Pentagon spokesman said no other governor has yet made a similar request or demand. Not yet. But when one of these fascist Christian son of a bitches sticks his filthy head up out of his hole and makes a statement like this, you can count on other fascist Christian governors doing the same. Look what happened with the vigilante law passed in Texas, where it concerned a woman's right to privacy over her own reproductive system. And look how many states, 25, are trying to enact similar legislation. So, okay, the fascist Christian in the governor's mansion in Oklahoma may be the first, but he is goddamn sure not going to be the last to make this kind of a ridiculous statement and cause this kind of a problem. And this is where open rebellion occurs on a shooting level. This is where it starts. This is where it starts. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.